In the 15th century, a small town in Gujarat is going about its day when a massive cloud of dust appears on the horizon. The dust suddenly parts, revealing hundreds of heavy wooden bullock carts rolling into the village. These carts are overflowing with staggering wealth. We're talking heavy chests of gold, flawless jewels, and rolls of the finest silk, all escorted by a mysterious young man draped in blue. The townspeople freeze. When they ask who this fortune belongs to, the young man gives an answer that makes absolutely no sense. He says this king's ransom is a gift, sent on behalf of a local man named Narsi Mehta. Here is the problem. This visualization compares the staggering value of the caravan's cargo against Narsi Mehta's personal ledger. Narsi is a social outcast. If you look at his worldly possessions, you won't find a single copper coin. His net worth is absolute zero. We are looking at a total break in reality. A man with no political connections and an empty pantry has somehow summoned an empire's worth of wealth overnight. To understand how this happened, we have to rewind the timeline to the days immediately preceding his niece's wedding. Narsi was bound by an ancient cultural mechanism known as the Bhat. This strict flowchart dictates a maternal uncle must provide incredibly lavish gifts for his niece's wedding to secure family honor. But if you fail, the link breaks, leading directly to permanent social ruin. The entire town knew Narsi had no money. Instead of offering help, his neighbors and relatives were actively preparing to watch him fail, waiting to mock him the second he showed up empty-handed. He was caught in a lethal cultural trap. The weight of rigid societal expectations was bearing down on him, and he had exactly zero material resources to buy his way out. With the absolute deadline of the wedding rapidly approaching, the pressure on Narsi reaches its peak. Normally, a person in this situation goes into survival mode. You beg for loans, you panic, or you flee the town in the middle of the night. Narsi did none of those things. He sat in his courtyard and sang hymns. To the town, this reaction made zero sense. The mockery escalated into vicious taunts. They viewed his reliance on his deity, Lord Krishna, to solve a financial crisis, not as faith, but as a dangerous detachment from reality. But Narsi operated on a completely different internal logic. He genuinely believed that absolute faith was a tangible asset. In his mind, his devotion carried more weight and purchasing power than any physical gold. His strategy completely rejected worldly mechanics. This set up a direct collision course between the unforgiving rules of human society and the entirely intangible force of extreme belief. The timeline runs out. It is the night before the wedding, and the social pressure is now absolute. While the rest of the town sleeps, Narsi retreats into the local temple. He isolates himself completely in the dark, kneeling before the stone idol. He doesn't ask for a sudden windfall of cash. Instead, he executes an act of total surrender. He shifts the psychological burden entirely. He tells his deity that tomorrow's public humiliation will no longer be Narsi's failure. It will be a failure of the divine. He directly challenges his god to protect its own reputation. The sun rises. The townspeople gather at the sister's house, fully expecting to witness a beggar's ultimate disgrace. This is the exact threshold where human agency ends. Narsi has literally nothing left to give, leaving a void that can only be filled by something outside of himself. Which brings us right back to the moment the dust cloud appears. Exactly when the town expects Narsi to fail, the impossible caravan arrives. The aftermath is immediate. The requirements of the Bhat are fulfilled 100 times over. The sister's honor is secured, and the people gathered to laugh are shocked into total silence. But when the family finally looks for the wealthy young man in blue to offer their thanks, he is gone. He has vanished without leaving a single trace or a name behind. Narsi realizes exactly what just happened. He immediately turns and runs desperately back through the town, straight to the doors of the temple. He looks down at the stone idol of Lord Krishna. Resting perfectly on the deity's carved feet is a thick layer of dry, physical road dust, the same dust kicked up by the bullock carts. The mysterious merchant was merely a mask. The physical evidence left in the temple suggests the divine had actually stepped into the mortal realm. Modern society is built on a very specific set of rules. We treat wealth, status, and power as the ultimate forces of reality. We measure our safety by what we can hold in our hands. Yet material wealth is remarkably fragile. It can be lost, stolen, or entirely devalued overnight. What Narsi possessed was a completely different currency. His total devotion was unbreakable. When the world backs you into a corner and demands the impossible, panic solves nothing. True, uncompromising surrender is the only force capable of compelling the divine to step in and rewrite reality.